Hi everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my simple process on how to make akara. Akara is one of Nigerians' favorite Saturday morning breakfast. You usually pair this with pap, you can eat it with bread or you can enjoy it by itself. I'm also going to show you how to make fuss-free pap, so make sure you stay tuned for that. I'm going to start by washing the beans, which is the main ingredient for this dish. I'm using brown beans in this recipe, but you can also use black-eyed peas. First step is to peel the beans, and I'm going to do this by soaking the beans first in lukewarm water for about 5 minutes until the skin is a bit loose. After about 5 minutes, I am going to get the skin off by rubbing it in between my palm like this until most of the skin has separated from the beans. When you're done, it should look like this. And if you don't want to go through the traditional route of washing the beans, you can also do this in your food processor. To do this, transfer the soaked beans to a food processor and pulse a few times until the skin comes off. After doing this, transfer the beans to a large bowl, add a lot of water, and we're going to start separating the skin from the beans. After adding water, most of the shaft is going to float to the surface. Now you want to transfer this to a sieve and you're going to repeat this process until the beans is completely clean. After rinsing a couple of times, the beans should look like this. It's okay to have a couple of shafts left in the beans, that is completely normal. I'm going to discard the shaft at this point, and next I'm going to soak the beans in about 1 or 2 cups of water, and I usually do this whole process the night before and I just pop it in the fridge and let it soak overnight. The next morning, drain the water out of the beans and I'm going to proceed to blending this. For akara, you want to use as little water as you possibly can, which means you're going to need a good blender. For this video, I'm using a Vitamix blender, and before I got my Vitamix, I used to use a Ninja blender, and I found out that the small smoothie cup was the most effective to blend beans without using too much water. I'm going to link both blenders in the description box in case you're interested, or if you're in Nigeria, you can simply check out Kiki's Favorite Things on Instagram to purchase the blenders. Next, I'm going to transfer the blended bean puree to a large bowl. After doing this, I am going to get started to prepare the other ingredients I would need for the akara. Here I have a little onion and pepper, hot pepper or atarodo, and I'm going to use my Ninja chopper to give this a rough blend. You can also chop it up with a knife if you wish. And most people add the onion and pepper to the beans while blending. You can also do that. This is just a personal preference. I like the pepper and onion roughly chopped. Next, I'm going to attach the whisk attachment to a hand mixer and I'm going to whisk the bean puree until it is light and fluffy. You can use a stand mixer to also achieve this. If you don't have either of them, you can go ahead and use a regular handheld whisk, or you can use a wooden spoon. The aim here is to incorporate air into the mixture so it comes out light and fluffy, not dense. I mixed this for a total of about 7 minutes. The time will vary depending on the brand of hand mixer you have and also the speed. And you also want to be careful not to over whisk this so the batter doesn't become way too light. I'm just going to show you what it looks like before and after. You can see on the right the batter is light and airy and it doesn't fall off immediately. I'll season this with salt and the pepper mix from earlier. And I'm just gonna take a little of the mixture out because somebody in my household does not like pepper, so I'm going to be frying that separately. This is also one of the reasons I blend the beans separately from the pepper so that I can separate it before frying. I'm just gonna give this another good mix until the pepper is fully incorporated in the batter. Before I started whisking, I already put a pot of oil on the stove, so that has been heating up. Next, I'm going to proceed to fry the akara. I like to use very low heat when frying akara because I usually like my akara very crunchy. So if you like yours crunchy like me, you want to use low heat to achieve that. If you like yours on the softer side, then I would advise you use medium heat when frying. Because I'm using low heat, I fry for about 7 to 8 minutes on each side or until it's golden brown. Now I'm going to turn this and let the other side fry for an additional 5 to 6 minutes or until golden brown. After about 5 minutes, it's ready to come out of the oil. If you like yours very brown, you can always leave it for an additional 1 to 2 minutes. I'll transfer this to a strainer lined with a paper towel to get off any excess oil. I'll start frying the other set, and while that is frying, I would get started on the akamu or pap. But before that, I'm quickly going to show you how fluffy my akara looks like on the inside. Now I'm going to get started on making the akamu. This is my preferred method to make akamu, and I know a lot of people struggle with making it in a bowl, so I have left a detailed measurement in the description box. I've gone ahead and mixed the akamu with water to form a thick paste. Now I'm going to add in the hot water. I'm going to add this all at once and then mix. Now I'm going to add a little more hot water. This will enable the akamu cook more so it doesn't have a raw taste. I'll cover this up for about 5 minutes, and after that it's ready. I am going to set this up on the table and enjoy a nice Saturday morning breakfast with my family. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and a special thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.